Okay, so first of all, thank you for inviting me for this interview. 안녕하세요. And let me think. I believe my first visit here was 1992, 32 years ago. And I was invited by then Professor Hanil Yu, and I got to know him in Germany in 1989. When he came, he was invited as a visiting scholar to Hanover University by my then boss. Since we know each other, we collaborate. So, but to come back to your question, when I came to Korea, everything was new to me. First time I visited an East Asian country at all. And everything, food, living style, drinking culture in the department, everything was different. The thing which worked immediately was science. Science, we immediately started collaborating, and since then we have a very good and successful collaboration. Yes, I will try to memorize, because it's a long time, 32 years. So after 89, 92, I was first time here. I came regularly, I would say every other year I came for seminars or conferences, but always short, two weeks maximum. But then in 2010, I was invited for the world-class university program. A very big program, and I happily accepted and came then in 2011 for an extended period of time. So normally I then stayed several months here, or up to 6 months in a row. And this ended 2013. So this program was great. I had the duty to teach, which I love. I love teaching. Here and in Aachen, I always loved teaching. But I also had the pleasure to do research. I had my own budget in this program for 3 years nearly. It was great. We had joined PhD students, Hanil Yu and me, and yeah, it was a great time. And during that period, I think in 2012, we started the joint workshops between this department and my university in Aachen, Aachen University. I think 2012. So about 10 faculty members came from Seoul to Aachen and vice versa. It was intense science and then intense social cultural program. So it was really good exchange. And the idea was we always defined some topics, and we tried to find on each side one professor working on that topic to form potential collaboration groups. And it worked. In some cases it worked very successfully. So collaboration started. Yes, 2012 we started with that. I was teaching here very long also, very long history of teaching. I just checked yesterday when I prepared my 2 days class. This is my 15th class. 15th class here in this department, covering a wide range of topics. I think we started with defect chemistry, physical chemistry of solids, batteries. I even had one class on batteries, on the fundamentals. And then during the last years, it was mainly semiconductor physics. I always, in the beginning I did alone when I was here the whole semester, and in the last 7 years it was co-teaching with one colleague from here. Well, it is in principle the same as in Germany. I mean, we do nowadays, we do teaching. I still prefer teaching in person, not online. We had during the pandemic, we were teaching online. I had one class even during the pandemic online, then I was sitting in Germany, but only once. And the other classes, all I was present here. I prefer, and I also prefer the old blackboard to do some explanations on the board. And students, the class is always full, normally 50 students in the class. And the students are a bit more shy, a bit shyer than in Germany in the beginning. But after some time they warm up and come and ask questions, or even send me email with questions, which I like very much. And I must say they probably work harder than in Germany. I can see it from the results of the exams. So I have similar topic in Aachen, and I think here the results are a bit better. Although it's a really difficult topic. Quantum mechanics is a tough topic. We had, of course it started with Professor Hanilju. And then we first had some bilateral work, and later on I was included in a bigger project which was funded by Samsung on capacitors, multi-layered ceramic capacitors, big program. So there I was even part of the national strategy in Korea. And then we had joint projects funded by the German Science Foundation and COSEF, the Korean Science Foundation, bilateral projects, bigger ones, smaller ones. And also in BK21 I was included. So I know the Korean infrastructure a bit. And very good. I mean, I think the papers with this department are the most in my list of papers with foreign collaborators, most with Hanilju. Oh, okay, tough question. First of all, I must say 30 years sounds really long, but it was flying. You know, when I look back, 30 years passed by very quickly. So, okay, 1992, when I came here, the department had, so to say, in quotation marks, only ceramics and metals. Two big fields, and because ceramics were closer to me, I'm not a metal guy, there were two leading figures, Do-yeon Kim and Hanilju. Do-yeon Kim was always introduced to me as a tall Kim. This is tall Kim. And later on he went away to Postec. I think he became president. So there were the leading figures in ceramics. Since then, the department has changed from my point of view completely. It is now covering nearly everything in material science. It has now polymers and biomaterials, a very strong computing group. So theory is strong, and nowadays you cannot do anything without theory. And so I think a very, very good, very flexible and very clever change. And you can see it in the rankings, worldwide rankings. This department is doing well in the rankings. So a big change, and always young people, I see. But I don't think I'm in the position to give some advice how to improve. I think here is enough knowledge and wisdom to go have a good future. I think this department has a good future. What I'm doing, what I'm interested now. Well, originally by training I'm a physicist, theoretical physicist. But then in my PhD I changed a little bit, started doing some experiments, and then later on when I became assistant professor, more and more experiments, then mainly experimental, and then in the last 15 years or so again developed an interest in theory. But we don't develop theory, but using theoretical methods, meaning DFT and kinetic Monte Carlo. So my real big, what is it? Not hobby, my passion is now to describe materials properties on an ab initio level without any input parameters, and the kinetics, not the thermodynamics, the kinetics. So moving ions, solid state ionics. Still now I'm deep in solid state ionics. Ion transport in energy materials for electrolyzers and fuel cells and such things. And it works. I mean, it has some limitations, but I need students to do that. So they are, everything depends on good students. I'm really grateful to this department because it was always my second home, my second scientific home, and also I felt at home here in Korea. Now I'm retired in Germany. German retirement rules are not as strict as in Korea, so I can still have students, PhD students in Aachen. I could still apply for research projects, but naturally the number is declining. Now I have only 2 research projects. But the department here appointed me as special professor. And I didn't know till maybe a year ago that I am the first special professor in this department. So that's a big honor. I'm very grateful to the department for making it possible. Yeah. I hope we can keep that for a while. As long as my health allows it, I will be happy to come.